To discuss this, we are joined by a political analyst, Francis Chilaka. Mr. Chilaka, it's nice to have you around. Mr. Francis Chilaka, can you hear me? You can please unmute your device.
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good. We can hear you too now. So for you, how does past governor, or should I just say the new FCT minister, Wike's unapologetic stance impact his political capital and relationships with other PDP stakeholders, including party leaders and governors?
Well, you see, what is playing out right now in our political landscape is totally unacceptable. It simply shows that we're far from getting rid of godfatherism and getting rid of money politics. I find it very, very disgusting, find it very unacceptable that, Wike would want to hold an entire state by the jugular simply because he is a federal minister. I can tell you this for sure, that if Wike was not a minister, we won't have all this back and forth with Fubara. And it also shows the fact that Wike is kind of having a very strong influence on PDP for reasons best known to him and for reasons best known to those who have decided to hand over the structure of Rivers State to him. This is not good for democracy. It is actually not good for our own kind of democracy. But then, Nigeria is a country where anything goes. The political leaders believe that once they're elected, that they're all in all. So it's not about the people. It ends up being about the individuals that are holding on to power.
You talked about the influence of Wike, a strong influence of that sort in terms of the political structure of the PDP. And I'm wondering how one man against a national party would wield such influence. I'd like to understand what goes into someone having such kind of power and influence over a party like the PDP.
Well, if you remember, Secondus was put there as the party chairman, and I can tell you that he was with Wike that solely made him a party chairman. So when Secondus and Wike had issues and he had to be removed, don't forget that the other members of the working committee who are also loyal to Wike were not removed. So you ended up removing just one man and leaving the other people, and the other people are very, very loyal to Wike. So Wike has had that influence because of those people he had planted, there. Take, for instance, in Edo State, when Obaseki had issues and, was running helter-skelter to come back as a second-term governor, it was Wike that came to his head. So these are things that has held our political and our democracy down. When one person becomes a godfather, not only to some governors or some of his colleagues, but also to some of the National Working Committee members of the party. So it is all about money, it is all about influence, it's all about what the individuals involved would get for themselves. I mean, it doesn't really make sense that the National Working Committee of PDP, having considered all that has gone wrong in Rivers State between Fubara and Wike, and then you hand over the structure of the party to him. Who does that? You and I know that in any state, the governor of that state, of each state, is actually the leader of the party in that state. So now, what you find out is an aberration of what we're used to. Maybe because he's a minister and because they believe he has the federal might behind him. So I'm sure in the coming days, we will get to know why the National Working Committee of the party cannot actually discipline Wike for anti-party activities.
So can Nigeria continue to believe in such a democracy where certain figures or political figures act with impunity without consequences?
Well, that is why I said we need to build strong institutions. Unfortunately, we do not have institutions in Nigeria. We're not even running a democratic system, because democracy is about the people. Power belongs to the people. We're not running democracy. What we are running is just few individuals who have amassed wealth from the purse of the generality of the people and using that wealth to hold the people down. You know, that's why there's so much poverty, there's so much hunger in the land, and the political class are not bothered. It is not a good sign for democracy in Nigeria, because with time you will find out that, you know, anybody who has so much money can actually wield so much power. And that is why even today you find out people who are non-state actors, you know, being more available, being more forceful, you know, being, you know, challenging even the real state actors. It is all because of the importance we have attached money to our political system.
So finally, now there are some elections that will be coming up in some states. There is the general elections that will be coming up in 2027. How do you think the influence of Wike and his political theatrics would actually affect the party in these elections?
Well, obviously, it played out in 2023 where Wike did not support his own party candidate. And as it is now, everybody, Nigerians, you know, maybe the political class don't believe, but Nigerians know that the loyalty and allegiance of Wike lies with the APC. He has one foot in APC, he has another foot in PDP. In other words, his body is in PDP, but his soul is in APC. So, and that is why even in Edo State, the PDP, they are already complaining that how can you bring somebody who is an ally of Wike to become the electoral commissioner? It is not acceptable. See, this whole thing that is playing out is actually endangering our democracy. It is not good for our democracy. Things need to change. Those who vie for positions, those who are in positions of authority should realize that it is high time we take away money from politics and we allow people to be elected based on their integrity, based on their track record. This idea of imposition, this idea of federalism needs to go in order for us to have a proper democratic system.
To that point in our political journey as a country. Thank you so much, Francis Chilaka, for sharing your thoughts with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.